Yeah, Coach, I guess a number of things to look at, but first two games, Trey Galloway's passing ability to play as a facilitator. I think it was 8 assists in 18 minutes tonight. Your thoughts on how he's playing and how impactful he's been to start?
He's been great. And a lot of that is a spin from last season. When we basically converted him from, off the ball to putting him on the ball based on the injuries that we had. And we're benefiting from it because he's gotten better over the summer. And, even though he hadn't played much, you could see what little he's done since he's come back off of injuries, his injury in practice that has helped his game tremendously, and we're benefiting from it, man. It's really nice to see.
Mike, I think we probably asked about McKenzie's scoring after the last game too, but I think it's something like 16 rebounds and 5 or 6 assists. Just how encouraging is it to see him not just scoring the ball, but hitting the game in other areas impactfully?
It's very encouraging because he's really starting to extend his game a little bit. He's been very active, like you said, on hitting the boards, and he's been able to rebound the ball. Tonight he has some assists where he's pushed the ball and made the right plays in the open court. It's just nice to see his growth, heading in the right direction, man. We just got to keep him there.
Mike and then Tom.
Coach, is it fair to say the team wasn't playing as hard as you wanted them to in the first half, and what was the key?
That's an understatement. I thought we were still home in the bed sleep. It was awful. And you got to give Eastern Illinois credit because they played hard, they made shots. I just thought our defense intensity was just lacking the first half, and we adjusted the second half, and guys came out and got after it, and couldn't ask for a better second half.
Tom and then Jack.
Mike, you care to share what the halftime conversation was like?
No, I won't do that. I would never do that, but it was enough to get us a fire lit and get us going in the second half, so I'm happy that they responded.
You in that second half too, you were able to get a lot of runouts off of turnovers and tip balls and such. That's something we've talked about a lot, but that's what you want to see, right? Just playing at a faster pace and creating that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing when you can hold teams to 18 points and a half. That doesn't happen very often in college basketball. So those guys in that locker room after our halftime talk, they stepped it up and they made catches tough. They made it tough to swing the ball, and we got a lot of loose balls, like you said, and was able to get out and run and make plays in the open court.
Jack and then Daniel.
Yeah, Mike, for Kanan Carlisle to see a couple shots fall there in the second half, how important do you think that was for his confidence and kind of understanding his role after, kind of a slow start against?
No, it's huge. I mean, I'm going to need him to make shots. Goody made a few shots tonight. We just got to, as a coach, I got to get them comfortable, man, because they can make shots. I know they can. I've seen it since this summer when we assembled this team. So we just got to keep working at it, man, taking it a practice at a time and keep pushing these guys in the right direction.
Yeah, Mike, on Malik, obviously a really important piece for you last year. It kind of feels like he's maybe reached a new level so far. Where have you maybe seen that evolution from him?
Well, again, I mean, his skill set was always there. It was just keeping him on the basketball floor. That was the biggest hurdle to get over. And they're starting to let him play, and he can do a number of things. Defensively, he's playing better because he has to guard smaller guys now. Where we pretty much played him. We played him at some 4, but we played him a lot at 5 too, last season. And it's kind of nice to see him able to move his feet and still be able to score down low and make passes for his teammates around him. I mean, he's gotten so much better, man. And I can't help but think if he continues to work, he'll continue to grow his game.
Alex and Quinn.
Kind of building on Malik there, after the Tennessee game when we talked to you, talked about him being in the best shape that he's been in since he's been here. How have you seen that benefit him on the court?
Well, again, just his movement up and down the court. I'm not playing him big minutes, He played more minutes last year, but I'm sure we'll get his minutes, back up to 30 to 31, 2 minutes. But just his movement and being able to recognize things that are in front of him now defensively, because we switch a lot, and just being more of a leader, man. I mean, he's a junior now, so you expect him to step up and be a player for us, and he's doing that for us.
All right, Quinn, and then we'll wrap with Zach.
Yeah, Coach, Miles Rice didn't have a shot attempt in the first half. Do you want to see him being more aggressive on that side of the floor?
Well, I mean, when he's got shots, I don't mind him taking them out. I haven't told anyone on this team not to take shots. I mean, we scored 90 points tonight. That's a lot of points in college basketball. But I'm encouraging him. You got shots, knock them down. Hell, Goody, you got shots, let's shoot the ball, man. I mean, I didn't bring you here to, not shoot it. So we just got to stay positive with these cats and see where it leads us.
Last question, Zach.
Continuing with Miles, what did you see from him from a leadership perspective in halftime and then going into the second half?
Well, again, I mean, he along with that starting group struggled the first half to defend, and that was addressed at halftime, and I thought they came out and fixed it. They started getting up in the passing lanes and not letting the ball swing as easy, and when we got the stops, we were able to rebound the ball and get it out and got down and got some what we call quick strikes up the floor. So I was pleased with the way they played the second half, though. They were good on both ends of the floor.